Good morning, everyone. My name is JD from Always and Forever Art. I want to thank you guys for listening to this video. I know I'm usually an upbeat kind of person, but this particular video is about my reaction to the H&M hoodie. So for all of you who do not know, there was a hoodie for sale that says "Coolest Monkey in the Jungle." It was worn by an African American boy. But that in itself isn't what particularly was the issue for me. They are also selling the hoodie. It had a white kid wearing it, and it said that he was the Hargrove jungle survival expert. For me, it was really hard. This is just my opinion. It was really hard for me to think that that wasn't a calculated advertisement. Doesn't mean that it is. Doesn't mean that it isn't. I'm not inside of H&M. I don't know what their thought process was, but as an African American male growing up in this country, it was really hard for me to believe that that wasn't a calculated. It wasn't intentional. Maybe they didn't think that a lot of us were smart enough to really understand the message that was being sent with that particular advertising of those two hoodies. That's my main problem with it. We don't lack intelligence as an African American. I don't lack intelligence. I'm a very smart person. So it was easy for me to see that and just completely have a different reaction. And what they may have just did not expect. They may have not expected that. Maybe they weren't their intentions at all. I'm talking about my perception as an African American man. This coming after NFL owners just saying we can't have the prisoners running the prison. You had the Donald Sterling thing a few years ago from LA Clippers, and then all the social injustice that's being done between police and African American males and minorities altogether. My wife is Puerto Rican, and we also keep track of the times when we feel like there's a Hispanic person gunned down, and for some reason those sometimes don't always take the news by storm. I want to put that out there as well. We keep track of those as well. We think that those injustices are just as profound as the African American males. Trayvon Martin, you had the person in North Carolina, you had the shooting that went out in Dallas, Texas. All those things, all those things grouped together, and to see this message given out by H&M, just a huge deal to me. My opinion is that it was intentional. It could not be. But I want every African American male out there, and I want every Hispanic male out there, and every minority male out there, and every Caucasian or white, if you will, male out there that's growing up in poverty, that's growing up around minorities, who has a type, who's lived that life of poverty. You too, I want you to know you can be the king of the world. You should go out and think that you're the king of the world and make it happen. Now, I don't mean to just think that and not do anything about it, but go to school, get those grades, go to college, get that degree, work hard, play later. We're not just the biggest or the best or the most popular monkeys in the jungle, okay? We are people, we are human beings. I personally don't like it when people refer to any African American as an animal at all, because for so long we were treated as such, and that is what it is. I don't like the N-word. I don't like being called an animal in any type of way. I don't think that we should be, and I don't call anyone an animal for that matter. But just want all of you to know that you are important in this world. You can make a difference in this world. We're not just the most popular monkeys or the best monkeys or the biggest monkeys in the jungle. I can't believe that was even put out there that way with a black kid wearing that hoodie. Some people will say, well, it would have been better if the white kid was wearing a hoodie. I'm saying I wouldn't have took it that way if it was a white person wearing that hoodie. And that's just the truth. But I personally would understand if a white person was wearing that hoodie and a black kid was wearing a hoodie saying survival expert of the jungle. I would relate to how you feel as a race that I am not, and say, you know what, I understand how you can get that. And to credit most of the Caucasians, white people that I know, they've had that opinion, as I completely understand. I just can't believe that H&M. I mean, people edit, people. I mean, they review these type of things, and I just don't know how. I just don't believe that was missed by all the people who touch the production of any type of advertisement, commercial, or advertisement on a website. All the people that go into that, I can't believe that they all missed that and thought nothing of it. So they did come out, I believe, and apologize and took it. Apologize. I do believe they're still selling the hoodie. I'm not sure. You have to research that. But if I was an African American, I wouldn't wear it. My wife, like I said, is Puerto Rican. She just dropped her mouth when she saw it. She could not believe it at all. She immediately said that is racist. And that's the truth. So I don't think sometimes there's enough backlash for things like this. They apologize, and it tends to fall off. You know, I personally don't like that, but I mean, what are we supposed to do about it? We just have to keep bringing attention to it, because that's how we're going to promote change. We know that our nation is in a very vulnerable state right now, with segregation, with the divide between whites and minorities. Notice I didn't just say blacks and whites, white people and minority. And it shouldn't be that way. You know, I got white friends, I got Hispanic friends, I got black friends, so does my wife. We should all get along. People are people. We were advocates of when it was Blue Lives Matter. We were advocates of all lives matter, white, black, Hispanic, yellow, purple, or pink. That's just the way we feel. But it doesn't mean we don't realize racism when it happens. I do believe that was a racist act. I do believe that it was intentional. That's my opinion. Doesn't make it true. I want to thank you all for watching, and please, if you guys have any comments, you guys have any questions, you have anything you want to say, I am a person that's open to dialogue. Like, my opinion is the way we get better as a society is if we talk about it. We can't keep ignoring problems or just pushing or just hoping that eventually we'll forget about it in a few weeks or a few days or a few months, that we'll just forget about it. We got to open a dialogue and talk. I've always been an advocate of one day I wish that I could just sit in a room full of honest Caucasian men and women and be the only black person in the room, and I would just like to hear their opinions and what they feel about certain instances like that, because I would like to know what it is that they think. I know what I think as an African American, but I would like to know what they think. As long as it's respectful and it's open dialogue, I would appreciate that so much. I'm also a person that believes that racism goes in all different directions. So some African Americans and some minorities don't believe that, but I believe it goes in all directions. I believe that a white person can be racist against a black person can be racist against a white person, and so forth and so on with all the races. That's just my opinion. I don't think it goes one way, although I do think that it's a bigger problem when it comes to African Americans because of how we were treated for so long. We were thought of as less than a person. So for us to have a hoodie on saying that, you know, referring to us as a monkey in the jungle, that really resonated with me. It really hurt, and it really opened my eyes to just, we're not there yet. To say that we can try and get better, but we're not there yet. And some of it is just mindset. You know, some of it may not even be intentional. It just may just be the way people are brought up, the way they're raised. They think nothing of it. I do have a friend who said that before. Like, he said something to me and then actually stopped and said, you know, I didn't really think about how that make you feel. How did that make you feel? Did that make you feel racist in any, like I was being racist anyway? Sometimes yes, sometimes no. But I'm open to that type of dialogue, and me and that person, we're very close and we're great friends. And we do it the other way as well. I'll ask him, like, you know, I just said this about a white person. How did that make you feel? And sometimes he says, yeah, that bothered me a little bit. Another time he goes, no, that's fine. So open dialogue, comment, ask questions, you know, do whatever you got to do. I appreciate you guys for watching. I'm sorry that this video had to be so doom and gloom, but I think some of these things needed to be said. Remember, all men, you're the king. of your castle. Try to make the best of it. Thank you guys for watching. Always and Forever Art. Videos on YouTube. Follow us on Twitter at always in forever art on Twitter. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you next time.